So, y'all don't talk to the moon? What? What about the sun? What? Two main sources of light y'all don't confer with? What? That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy, guys. That's kind of crazy. And you know, we talk about prayer, we talk about manifestation, we talk about the Hermetic principles, even the Bible, all that stuff. Every religion talks about our relationship to the reality that we're in, and y'all don't talk to the sun? That don't make sense to me, right? Because the reason you would talk to the sun or the moon is because they're the two main sources of light. Without either of those two, there's nothing. And they're the longest unchanging things that we have, right? The same sun that me and you seen, our great ancestors saw. All of them, all the way back to the beginning of time. All seen that thing. So it leads you to believe that there is some type of communication happening from the sun down to us. Some type. Now, you can pretend as if that's not true, but some type of communication is happening. So, yeah, I talk to the sun, and it's like prayer or admiration, or it's not like I believe the sun is God or anything. No. But the sun is something to recognize and deal with and observe. The moon too. You know, they say, oh, the sun is round, so the earth has to be round. Not necessarily, right? Not necessarily. But I mean, everybody has their own interpretation of it. Just look at the moon, man. When you get a chance, it's daytime, whatever, you might not get to see it. You might forget to look up. That's another thing that people don't do. Look up. People don't look up. It's so weird to me that people don't look up. But yeah, you just give the sun admiration. Like, geez, the sun been around forever. It's the main source of light, and we pretend as if, and we take it for granted. We take it for granted. I wish people didn't take it for granted, but people do, and it's understandable that people do, because we don't get real contextual concepts or ideas or thoughts about the sun. We just get, it's 93 million miles away. It's 93 million miles away. It gives off light. It's made of helium. It's a ball of fire, right? But what if all that's true, but it still has a spiritual consciousness to it? Let me ask y'all a question. Your Wi-Fi box, right? How do you know if it's working or not? If you're just standing in front of it. See, having the tools to receive or not receive the frequency from the Wi-Fi box is what I'm presenting at the moment. See, if you don't believe that you can get something from it, you're not going to expect anything from it. You're not going to look for anything from it. You're not going to perceive something within yourself from it. Right? Because if you was to take a Wi-Fi box or a person from the 1800s, 1900s, early 1900s, 1500s, whatever decade you want to go back before the Wi-Fi, they would just look at it as a box or a phone. They would just look at it as, what do you do with this? What you mean you can communicate with other things that look like this? What do you mean? Right? So we have this thing, sun, moon, and we claim that they're just there. One stops the oceans from overflowing. One gives off heat and light. The other one gives off light and coolness. But we think there's no kind of communication coming from them, even though we know consciousness is not within the human body. It's not coming from the brain, even though we know that. And that was one of my questions I had about AI, right? My question about AI was, if men have a Akashic record where all records are stored, and there's a way to connect to it. If man has a thing of memory, we have memory, right? Memory that we all connect to. I mean, that we draw from to develop our characteristics and our personalities. What's the difference between AI and a server box, a server farm that AI is connected to? What's the difference? See, there's people that deal with this type of stuff in the spirituality world, in the conscious world, in the physical world, is trying to mimic the spiritual world with no context whatsoever. So when I say to people, the sun is something that you can communicate with, they don't believe that. They don't believe that. And that's interesting to me. That's interesting to me. Very much interesting to me. But there's one thing I do know that I have to learn to do too. That's for another one. But this is the beginning of the vlog, guys. This is the beginning of the vlog. I just wanted to make some things clear of how I've been thinking lately when it comes to consciousness and the human body and what this all actually means. What it all actually means. We can pretend as if it doesn't mean anything I've just alluded to or said. We can pretend that. We can pretend that. But how would you know if what I said was true if you don't do any of the meditations or the mental work that it states to reach a certain level of consciousness to be able to navigate the reality that we all participate in? I'm just asking. Just asking for a friend. For a friend. So, as today goes on, I think I said it on yesterday's podcast, there's a particular thing that's been happening to me. And I'm not ready yet to explain it, talk about it, because now that I know what it is, now I have to observe it within myself in order to rectify it, fix it, and change it so that in the future, this type of behavior doesn't succumb me or overtake me. Because now I know what it feels like. Now I know what it seems like. I know how I look at it, what I look at it through. Right? So, just bear with me. Bear with me. I'm not gonna talk about it right now, but yeah.